Good morning, everybody. Okay, I had to play this morning update. Mamdani won the election because the young people fell for his lies. Now, this young lady, I had to share this. This is coming from, hold on, let me get to the beginning. Hold on. All right. This video is coming from A Righteous Perspective on YouTube. Check him out. Give him the love. Show him the respect. This young woman is about to tell you exactly what I have been trying to say this entire time about Mandami and the whole Islamic thing, the whole Islamic religion, culture, everything.
Assuming there's a bunch of them up in New York City.
This part.
Up there. They're out there.
Not this part.
Going up there. They're out there.
Give it 1 second.
Her. That I keep getting saying that I just don't like Zorhan mamdani because I'm Islamophobic, which is just self-preservation, by the way, but that's neither here nor there.
Put the captions on.
Because is Zorhan mamdani even Muslim? I mean, he's ethnically Indian, right? Because you cannot be ethnically Muslim. It's not an ethno-religion similar to Judaism or being a Druze, right? It's its own separate religion, and it's something that you have to want to be a part of. It's something that you have to actively practice. It's something that you have to listen to the teachings of, which I highly, highly recommend for all of you who are going around acting like having a Muslim in power is a good thing in America. Read one of these, right? This is the Quran, and it's going to tell you everything that you need to know about how to become a Muslim and what they actually believe in. If you read it cover to cover, what you will understand is that they believe in things like the death penalty for the LGBT plus community. They believe in the death penalty for having premarital sex. They believe that women should be shamed or even stoned if they choose not to cover their hair, right? You're going to read all of that and more in both the Quran as well as their hadiths. You're going to see that they believe in very primitive things, such as continuing to keep sex slaves, right? So I'm just curious, does Mamdani actually believe in those things, or is he putting up a front? Because there's one of two options. Either he actually is a Muslim and he believes in the teachings of the Quran as well as the Hadith, and he's lying to all of you in order to get into some sort of position of power so that he could start to go after everything that made America so great and start to cause it to deteriorate from the inside out, which is also something that he said, that he wants to remake New York in the image of his people. He pretty much told you what he's planning to do, and you all fell for it. Actually teaches them to do, right? They think that it's a great strategy, and it has unfortunately worked out very well for them in places such as London, or he's not a Muslim at all, which then is really weird because he goes around talking a lot about Islamophobia, and people just don't like me because I'm a Muslim. But are you? Do you practice it? Do you believe what's in this book? The answer.
Because if you do, then he lied. If Mandami practices his faith, if he is actually Muslim, because he made the statement, people just don't like me because of Islamophobic, because they're Islamophobic, which is not the case. People don't like you because of your sucky policies that you want to push, the socialist policies. Now, that being said, this man, if he practices his faith, if he is Muslim and he practices, then he lied to New York. Because if he practices his faith, he practices all of his faith, not just the parts or bits and pieces that he likes. He practices all of it because Islam teaches you to do that. And what happened in London will happen here unless we stop it now.
Very simple. It's either yes or no. You're either lying in one way or lying in another. But either way, the American people deserve to know which it is so wrong.
I would agree, and I'm with her in the sense of saying that, hey, this dude's a liar, and people got to understand that these people have the ability, or they can lie, in order to push their agenda in their faith.
And that's exactly what he did, because in his faith, it teaches him, or it says that basically it's okay. I don't know if it teaches necessarily. I can't say the word teaches. I would rather use the word it encourages you to do whatever is necessary to make your faith the only faith. So basically, it encourages, from what I understand, it encourages basically to do whatever it takes to make sure that the Islamic faith is everywhere, in every house. In every house through the world. Not just in an Islamic state, not or country, and it doesn't matter if it's forced or not forced. So Zorhan Mamdani either lied to New York and New Yorkers about what his plans are, or he's not a Muslim. And listen, I'm not Islamic phobic. I don't care about that faith. I don't care. I have no hate towards it. I have no hate towards Muslims. I absolutely love everybody or dislike everybody equally. Now, that being said, because I had made a TikTok at one point and I just one after another comments of, I don't explain things that great. I'm not great with the English language when it comes to explaining what's up here. But I will tell you this. In the Bible, I'm a Christian, and in the book of Revelations and throughout the Bible, it speaks of a religion, a false religion, that would spread throughout the world. That is what I was taught from my Bible, which is kind of looking like Islam, because it went from where it originated to all over little bits and pieces. It's traveling. It went to London. It went to the UK and Syria. And I mean, look what happened in Syria. Look what happened in Syria. And that wasn't going back years. That just a few short months ago. France, Paris. Look at the world around you people and actually see what's going on. Because if you actually look and see, look what happened in Syria, as I said. People were being dragged out of their homes and nobody was helping them. Did the news talk about it? Nope. Nobody in the world would have known about it if it wasn't for the internet. So, folks, it's not Islamic phobic to disagree with Islam. It's not Islamic phobic to disagree with that religion. Now, I'm not dissing it. I'm not calling it names. I'm not calling people names that are a part of that religion. I don't care. Do you. But that's the point, that this is America where we have freedom of religion. And unfortunately, what people do not seem to get is that this Islamic religion seems to be the type of religion that if you don't willingly agree to join, they will make you join. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not an expert. But I will tell you this. It doesn't seem to me, from watching what I've watched and reading what I've read, doesn't kind of seem to me that it's a real religion. Because from my understanding, God is loving. God is kind. God is forgiving. God loves us but it doesn't kind of sound loving to force somebody to love you. Does that make sense? The way I'm saying it? It's like, according to what I've read, especially what happened in Syria, if people were being told, join, convert, or else, basically. So, okay, does that mean your God wants people to be forced to love him and believe in him? Because that's what it sounds like. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I could be wrong. And I'm certainly not Islamophobic. I just don't necessarily agree with the religious aspects that you must or else. Anyone who should be forced into a way of thinking or a way or a faith, they're not really in that faith. They don't really care about that faith. If you're forcing them to be in that faith, they don't really want to be there. They don't want it. They don't believe in it. They will leave as soon as the opportunity strikes, kind of deal. I mean, and people aren't realizing that seems like it's all a part of God's plan. Because in the end days, he said that there would be a false religion that would spread throughout the land. I'm not calling anyone's religion false. I'm just saying what the Bible said. And that it would corrupt the minds and souls. And look what's happening in New York City. Now, that being said, enough of that. The reason I didn't like mamdani had nothing to do with that. All this free shit, where's it coming from? Because the rich people will leave. They've already started. Then who gets the bill? Oh, the working class. There was a girl that literally stated, if the rich people leave, then yeah, the working class should pick up the tab. The working classes are struggling already. What makes you think that they have extra money just lying around? They don't. His plans cannot work. The only way that his plans would work is if everybody in that state agreed. Because everybody would have to be on board with it. And not everybody is on board with it. You see what I'm saying? Socialism only works if everybody likes the idea and everybody agrees with that idea. Because you have to rely on each other a whole hell of a lot. I mean, think of it this way. Look at it this way. He was talking about all this free stuff he was going to give. Free fast buses, free childcare, free healthcare, free. Immediately upon being elected, oh, give me money. I need money to get these programs started. I need money to start giving you free stuff. I need you to give me money. What? What do you mean you need us to give you money? We don't have money. That's why we elected you, so you can give us money. That's what the people of New York should be saying right now. But y'all are foolish to have done this. I don't know if it's because he cheated, because there are rumors that he cheated, which wouldn't surprise me in the least. I don't know if that happened, or if I don't know if there was no turnout of the older folks going to vote and the ones that have common sense and smarts, if they just didn't care and enough to go be bothered or whatever. But holy shit, people. How did you allow this to happen in New York? So, she is 100% right. Regardless of policies, regardless of anything else. She is 110% right. If he is a practicing Muslim, he lied to New York. If he is not a practicing Muslim, then why is he pushing that? You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. And I don't know if there are people in New York City that just don't know how to, that they're so used to the machine thinking for them that they just forgot how to think for themselves or what. But holy cow. Because it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that this dude is up to no good. He really is. And y'all were foolish. LGBTQ++ community, pay attention. Get out of New York. Because they believe, if it's true, they believe that they would then have a right to just read the Quran. I don't want to keep saying it. I do not want to keep saying it because
It's unfortunate because we have
it's insanity. All you have to do is pick up the Quran and read it, and you can see what I'm talking about. It's not like it's hard to do. All you have to do is look it up on the internet. Read the first chapter or two of the Quran. The first two whatever books, whatever it's called, in the Quran. Pick it up. Do your research. Look into the matter. Look into the Islamic faith and what it really is about. Because I guarantee you're going to be in for a little bit of a surprise, New York. Especially when it comes to the LGBTQ++ community. If I were y'all, I'd get out of New York as quickly as possible. Just saying. Because you could just go up to any mosque and ask them. If you choose not to, if you don't want to hear what I am saying. And it's not, again, Islamophobic to think these thoughts, because you can be against and not believe in that religion and not be Islamic. It's almost like the word itself is against itself, because think of it this way, because they pretty much made it to where you can't say anything negative about it, even if it's true, because then you're Islamophobic. Well, I'm a Christian. Does that mean people are Christianophobic? I don't know, Christophobic or Christophobic if they don't agree with me? That's not okay. You see my point? Everybody's allowed, especially in America, everybody's allowed to have their own thoughts and feelings regarding any religion, including Islamic, the Islam religion, okay? That does not mean you're Islamic phobic or whatever. So let's not get it twisted and all that, because there are people out there who literally do. You can't say anything, and they're all been, oh, you blah, 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 blah. No. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of choice. Those are the top three. Of course, right to, and then we got our rights, the right to it. The Second Amendment, all the nine, the whole nine. So, you all know, all you have to do is pick up a book and read it, the Quran. And then ask Zorhan, do you believe in this book? Because if you do, and you practice it, then you lie to us, New Yorkers. And if you don't, then stop talking about it and stop pushing its agenda. As he said, he plans on remaking New York into the image of his people. Those were his words that he used. What does that mean? His people. So maybe think about that, folks, because he's pretty much telling you what he's planning. Step by step, he's telling you. And y'all are just paving the way for him to do it. Wake up, America. Wake up, New York. Wake up all over and realize what's going on. Because this will be the end of us if we are not treading lightly through this field of craziness that's been going on. Because let's face facts, everything that's been going on is crazy. The whole shutdown, all these people fighting Trump on every little thing, the mass deportation, the riots in the street over ICE, just all of it. It's all nonsense, and it all needs to stop. Stop. Don't people have better things to do with their lives than this? Because I'll tell you what, all you protesters out there, because just the other day I was going to the store and there was a protest that I passed. There was like 4 people protesting. And of course I gave them this as I drove by and booed them. Because why are you waving a Palestinian flag in the United States of America, where the red, white, and blue stripes are, and the stars and stripes? This is not Gaza. This isn't it's not a Palestinian state or country. Why are you waving a Palestinian flag? I'm sorry, no. I mean, it wasn't a big protest. It was like 4 people. It was a husband and wife and probably their brainwashed kids. But either way, get jobs. Do something with your life. Go on a family vacation. Go camping. I don't care. Go hiking in the mountains. Do something besides that. Because we're so tired of watching it. We really are. The rest of America, the ones that have common sense and brain power. Now, I hope all of you guys have a marvelous day. It's the kickoff to the weekend. It's Saturday. It's a beautiful day, cold and crisp. There's supposed to be snow coming, but I don't know because I'm getting varying reports. Because every station I watch is telling me the same thing. That we're going to get this big snowstorm that's coming Sunday into Monday. Well, really Sunday into Tuesday, because it's supposed to start Sunday night, overnight, and go all the way through Monday into Tuesday. But the Weather Channel's not. So I'm so confused about that, because it's, according to the Weather Channel, not going to do anything. It's going to be anywhere from 40 to 60 degrees. And no rain, nothing but rain, maybe a few showers or rain showers, but that's it. Yet every other news weather broadcast that I have seen is talking about this storm, except them. So do we believe, sorry, not just I, but all of us, do we all believe that this is, do we believe everybody else or the Weather Channel? That is the question. So who knows? I guess we'll wait and see what happens. This is a storm we can't prep for because we don't know if it's actually going to happen. But that's okay. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Like I said, check out Righteous Perspective. This is a shout out to him and his channel. Give him the love, give him the like and subscribe. And while you're at it, like and subscribe here too for more fun, so you don't miss any of my updates and my morning chats. Also, don't forget to have fun today. Be kind to one another. Do one random act of kindness, because you would be amazed at the reaction you would get. And it's just something simple. It doesn't have to be extravagant. Open a door for an elderly person. Be nice to a store clerk. I don't know. Give $1 to your local homeless man or woman. That's all I'm saying is be nice to one another. Do an act of random kindness, because that one act of random kindness can change the world. Peace, love, and happiness. God bless. Don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks, guys.